Hello, I'm Allie Wakowiak, an 8th grade mathematics teacher at the Pennsylvania Cyber Charter School, as well as a graduate student at the Franciscan University of Steubenville. Today, I'm going to discuss with you ways educators can incorporate Web 2.0 tools as part of their regular classroom instructional and management routines. So first, what are Web 2.0 tools? According to Solomon and Shrum, in their book entitled Web 2.0, How To for Educators, Web 2.0 tools are applications on the internet that allow people to collaborate and share information online. Web 2.0 tools provide a dynamic internet when before it was static. So why should Web 2.0 tools be included in the classroom? Well, first, our students are digital natives, meaning they've grown up with technology. When they're not in school, they're using technology in all facets of their life. Web 2.0 tools should be incorporated into the classroom in order to maintain the attention and interest of our students. They grow bored easily in a classroom that relies heavily on the traditional lecture-based lessons, and they need more technology-rich classrooms. Web 2.0 tools, when used correctly, create a classroom that is engaging and that promotes higher-level thinking skills. And most importantly, they create a classroom that is just much more fun. Secondly, as educators, it is our responsibility to prepare our students for a career after school. Employers expect prospective employees to be proficient using technology. 10 years ago, that might have meant that we needed to make sure our students were well versed in word processing or using spreadsheets. But now, being proficient in technology means being able to collaborate and to communicate using Web 2.0 tools. As educators, we need to ensure that our students are prepared for the workforce that they're about to enter. So now let me take a few moments to discuss some different types of Web 2.0 tools and how they can be incorporated into the classroom, specifically the cyber classroom. Annotation and note-taking tools allows users to highlight text or write notes on web pages. Tools like these can be used by the students to highlight their own online textbooks. Teachers can also highlight sections of the text and then send that link to their students. For example, I've had my students use SpringNote to create an online notebook which they can share with classmates or use as study guides. I've also suggested that they use Awesome Highlighter, which they can use to highlight key points from their online textbook and write questions. As an assignment, I'd have them read a lesson as homework before the next class, and then at the beginning of class I have them share sections that they've highlighted to the class. I also have them share with the class any comments or questions that they might have written in the margins. Audio and podcasting tools allow users to record and edit sounds. These tools can be used by the teacher to create podcasts for their classrooms. Students can also use these tools to create their own presentations or to embed audio in blogs. Audio files that are produced can be uploaded into video editing tools, which will be discussed later. I have used Audacity to create a podcast of my policies and procedures or the week's announcements, which I play in class, but then I also post in Schoology so students can access them and replay them later or any time that they want. Podcasts are a great way to liven up a lesson by adding music in the background. Blogging tools provide a forum for students and teachers to share their thoughts in writing, photos, and videos. Teacher blogs can be used to post announcements, schedules, or discussion threads. Students can use blogs to share ideas and thoughts. Blogs can be used as an alternate to the bulletin board in a brick-and-mortar school. My blog has been used to post word walls to which students can contribute definitions in their own words, or tricks that they use to remember definitions, or any other comment that they think would benefit the class. Blogs can also be used to post and highlight students' work. If a student does a great job on an assignment, I might post it on my blog to give them recognition. Prior to the PSSA, I like to post open-ended word problems with sample answers with varying scores and let the students make critiques about the answers and how they would score it based on the PSSA open-ended word problem rubric. This gives them an opportunity to identify why one answer is complete or correct and why another one is not. Students also get to see that there is not always one correct answer and that there's not always only one method for getting the correct answer. Collaborative writing tools allow students to collaborate on documents online. In the classroom, these tools can be used for collaboration projects outside of class. Google Documents is a very easy collaborative writing tool for students to use. In my consumer math class, I have students use Google Documents to collaborate on how to use a budget. I put students in groups of 2 with a budget and a certain amount of money, and they decide how that money will be divided into monthly expenses. They use online sources to determine how much money they would spend on housing, groceries, transportation, etc., and then write about their experience using Google Documents to create one final report. This tool and others like it is excellent for any type of collaborative project that requires a finished product in the form of a report. It is also a great tool to use for students to create and edit a script for a podcast or a vodcast. Idea or mind mapping tools allow students to brainstorm online and to keep track of ideas. These tools can be used as chapter reviews or as study guides. For my lesson on types of numbers, I create a mind map that lists all the types of numbers, like rational, real, integers, etc. And then I have all my students add to the map with examples of each type of number. With this assignment, they're able to think of what number fits the definition on their own, but they're also able to see other numbers that their peer chose. At the end, they have one guide that they can use to reference when they need to know what is a rational number or what is a whole number, etc. Presentation and video editing tools allow users to create and edit videos. Teachers can use these tools to create videos as an alternative to the traditional lecture, and students can use the tools to create presentations of their own. A great beginning of the year activity that can both introduce students to using tools like Windows Movie Maker and to introduce students to each other is to allow each student to create a short vodcast that introduces themselves to the class. Once I've received my students' vodcasts, I play a different one each day or every other day until we've watched every student's vodcast. I also create my own vodcast, which I share on the first day of school. I also put that link into Schoology so my students can access it later at any time they want. I also use vodcasts to demonstrate certain concepts that are hard to grasp in the two-dimensional world of our classrooms. For instance, for the unit on solids, I demonstrate via vodcast how to find the surface area of a box, or a square pyramid, so that students can actually see how the answer is derived. For many students, it's very hard for them to visualize certain concepts like that in our two-dimensional world. So by actually seeing me on a video with a box showing them this side and that side and the top and the bottom and etc. really helps them get a better handle on how to find the surface area. Also, a short vodcast on how to use a tool like the protractor or even a ruler can be very beneficial to the students. Vodcasts are also great for the student to use for any type of collaborative project that requires a culminating presentation at the end. Many students prefer the vodcast presentation as opposed to a live presentation because they can create it without an audience in their homes. They don't have to have that anxiety of standing up in front of a class and trying to present their information. In the future, I may use vodcasts to present weekly announcements. This weekly reminder would also give them always a reminder just that there's a face that goes along with my voice. So I've mentioned a lot of Web 2.0 tools today and their potential applications in the classrooms. But seriously, that was just the tip of the iceberg. A quick Google search will turn up an endless amount of Web 2.0 tools that have an endless purpose and endless applications. Hopefully, you'll take some time to investigate Web 2.0 tools in order to find the tools that work best for you. Your students will appreciate it, and so will their future employers. Thank you so much for listening, and happy Web 2.0 tool searching. Have a great day.